Do not attempt to adjust your YouTube video. We control the stream. And welcome back to Geek Out SA. We hit 1,000 subscribers right before the show.
Well, we'll see if we stay that way.
It's 1,000 subscribers. It's a big jump.
Yeah, yay, yes.
So yeah, no.
You have to give away a lightsaber, but not right now.
I have to give away a lightsaber, yeah.
Sorry,
Because
Stuart.
now we're at 1,004.
Yay!
Hang on, let me put my next 10 bot accounts in.
I'll get it on there. David Espinosa says, as your 1,000th subscriber, I am ready for the episode.
Oh, nice. Excellent.
So David subscribed with his new channel.
Oh.
So
I was like, isn't that somebody we know? Aren't they already subscribed? Because if they aren't, shame on you.
Congrats. Writing Panda says unsubscribed. That's not nice.
Horrible. Panda, why? What did we ever do to you? Oh, wait, there was a lot, actually.
Aaron from Get Your Geek On is watching, too.
Hey,
he
Aaron.
says, I want one. And Black and Silver Diamond says, what's up? I'm back from the year 2000.
Hey, Black and Silver Diamond, how's it going?
What are you doing in 2000?
Yeah, take us with you.
Yeah, we'd like to
We
go.
want to go back there. Steve says, hey, guys, congrats on the 1,000K.
Yay! Yay,
We're happy.
us.
No, this is really good. But we're
Yeah.
talking about gamifying your life. Even though, like, getting 1,000 subscribers is really great and I'm really excited about it. But, yeah, we're talking about gamifying your life. And, like, during this time, we've been doing a lot of reflecting.
Well, I think it's just been kind of surreal, right? Mm-hmm. So we've been 7 weeks here together in the house. I'm beginning to lose all track of time and reality and days. I don't know what day it is anymore.
What day of the week.
So there is an outdoors out there, but we aren't really aware of what it is anymore. So we were having this conversation just yesterday about how strange this is, how surreal it is, and wouldn't it be interesting, I guess, if this was a game? If like making it through quarantine was a game, either a tabletop game or a video game. So we started talking about that, and then we started talking about Vincent's job, which I don't truly understand and find kind of boring sometimes, and my job, which he like has helped me with before and come and taught some things to the kids, and he absolutely hates it, and it would just drive him nuts to be around kids all day. So we were like, well, what if our jobs were games too? You know, to people that are in our fields, it might be like a funny, like, haha, like inside jokes or whatever in the game. So we were talking about how we might go about doing that. And we thought, well, maybe we would talk to you guys, the audience, about that and see if you had any ideas and tell you some of our ideas and see if you thought it was maybe fun and it was something maybe you would, you know, do at home or something like that. So we wanted to kind of talk about all of that. So.
Yeah. Well, we got some more comments.
Okay, go ahead.
People are excited. Black and Silver Diamond says, I enjoyed all of the episodes sponsored by KFC and Taco Bell. I guess our drinks. Maybe
No.
we're drinking from
Isn't
Taco Bell cups.
No.
I don't know what he's talking about.
Isn't he talking about Demolition Man?
Oh.
Where in the future in Demolition...
but there wasn't KFC. It was just Taco Bell.
It was just Taco Bell?
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I think he's talking about that. Writing Panda says The Walking Dead. That's a big board game. Well, they have several board games of The Walking Dead.
They do. Some of the ones I've played have been pretty boring, not super great. So people really like The Dead of Winter, which is a Walking Dead-esque, zombie-esque type of game, but I never really enjoyed that one. It was okay.
Writing Panda says Pandemic Simulator 2020.
Well, because there are tabletop games already called Pandemic.
Well, yeah, there is one called Pandemic, and
But I wanted
was
this
that-
to be like more. What we were talking about was more campy,
yeah,
right? So it's like, if it's a board game versus a role playing game, so things would be different depending
or
on,
even a video game.
or even a video game.
Yeah.
So, I mean, obviously, now that we've all been through this, one of the gags in the game, one of the things in the game would have to be toilet paper.
Yeah, because that's the big commodity right now.
Right. So
Which we actually got some this week, finally.
Yeah, finally went to Costco and,
And,
they had the Charmin, and so
Charmin, yeah,
Vince
it
was
was really good.
so happy. So I think that definitely, like, toilet paper would have to be something that it would either have to be a card that you get in the card game, or if it's video game. Sorry, I lost my train of thought. If it's a video game, maybe the toilet paper becomes like how you regenerate your health, or it's a 1-up or something like that. Like, the toilet paper definitely
They're
has
like
to have
toilet paper like tokens.
toilet
Where
paper.
they're like, it's like in the shape of it's like a little maple type thing.
No.
And they're like counters or something.
Yeah, no, that would be cool. I'm just playing with you.
And you mass your hoard.
You amass your hoard of toilet paper?
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
Toilet paper hoard. That's the name of the game.
toilet paper hoard. Well, that's a shoot-off game, right? That's not how to get, but that's a shoot-off game.
It's a
Toilet
si- it's a
paper
side-
hoard.
Yeah. It's a side game.
That could be
And you start out.
They're saying
Start
toilet
out,
paper.
start
sand-
out with $1,200, and every time you pass go, you get $600.
I've not seen that, so that would be funny.
Free toilet paper for everyone.
Well, so I like the toilet paper hoard idea. It would be, what do you call those? I can't think right now. The card games where you have to get,
Card building?
Yeah, the deck builders.
Deck builders?
yeah, so it would be a deck builder, and those would be like, so Charmin would give you, 6 toilet paper points, whereas if you had to get like Walgreens generic brand or whatever, you would only get 1 toilet paper point or whatever. So we could do a whole like deck building toilet paper. Ooh, and if you could get the
But
booty wipes.
If you're like going through the board and nobody can get toilet paper, then you just get like squares of toilet paper.
Just like a single square.
Like 5 squares for passing go.
You get you would have to do like, I mean, you could get kind of gross with it, so just like, bear with me while I get a little gross, but you could do like the bidet from Amazon, you could do some leaves or grass from the yard. You could do like,
Yeah, David says hand sanitizer and toilet paper are the currency. So you can buy other things. You can buy food with that, because right now it's worth a lot because people want to clean themselves.
yeah. So I think that would be cool. And then if it's a video game, like maybe you have to get the toilet paper, the hand sanitizer, and they're your weapons or whatever. And you have to get, a cloth mask. And, one of the things in the game would be, you have to go out to the store or whatever.
Right.
And then if your character gets within 6 feet of another character in the game thing, then you like lose hit points or something, Like, I think of these kinds of things while we're sitting around. These are the kinds of things that I think of. So I don't know if any of y'all out there are thinking about it, but
Cool, and Lennon's Kitchen is watching as well. So
Hey, Lennon.
Thanks for watching. Thanks for watching. Thanks for celebrating with us.
woohoo!
Hitting 1,000 subscribers, so it's kind of cool.
So aside from toilet paper and hand sanitizer,
That's all I can think of.
we have to have masks.
Yes,
And
need
we have to
masks.
social distance in our game, right? You have to have the social distancing.
So you can't be. You have to at least be a square away from another player.
Yeah,
Something like that.
something like that.
Yeah.
So, or not, you would take like a hit point or whatever.
This is our game. Don't take it.
Somebody watch. Somebody's gonna take it and run with it.
Yeah.
Quarantine. Oh, and then there would have to be something about like snacking too much and getting too fat and watching too much Netflix. And there's got to be something about the Tiger King
Yeah.
and Carol Baskin in there, right?
Yeah.
Watch Sat down, watched Tiger King. Missed 15 turns.
TikTok, we've got to put
we've
TikTok
actually
in there.
I've actually, when this first started, I started talking to Colleen. It's like, should we put out a game based on the coronavirus?
Well, this is our brainstorming. What are you talking about? This is it.
This is it. We're brainstorming it right now.
Right now.
What you're watching it live.
You're watching it live. Our gears are spinning right now.
And the good thing is it's recorded, so we actually have a record of it. Because usually when we brainstorm, we never write anything down.
Yeah, true. True.
So, but then now that we're talking about it, it made me think of another, like I can think of this is something that I do. This is something that Vincent and I do. So you're getting to see kind of the background of what we do when we're doing game design. So it takes you on these tangents, right? So now that I'm thinking about
some
it.
of the stuff will never be on the game whatsoever.
No, not ever. But it makes you think of other genres of games.
Yeah.
So.
Well, you say that, and Black and Silver Diamond says a cyber goth styled video game can be cool.
Yeah.
So how would you work that in to epidemic toilet paper game?
Ooh. I don't know. I'd have to think about that one for a while. Because my brain is on this other idea that I had first. Let me explore the other idea, and then I'll come back to cyber goth. I don't even know.
Toilet paper.
I don't even know how to do.
You can get the seashells.
Cyber goth. Yeah, could do the seashells. No, it would have to be even more. Well, and especially since we're doing everything through Zoom and electronically like that. Oh, and Charmin did come out with a butt buddy or whatever they called it, little robot that brings you toilet paper when you run out of toilet paper. So they did, seriously, just at the thing that happened, the electronics convention that happened right before the pandemic.
The CES?
Yeah, they have a robot now.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, Charmin has a robot now that will bring you toilet paper when you ask it. I guess it's like maybe like Alexa or whatever, and you call it and you'd be like, Alexa, please come wipe my behind.
I'm going to Google it because I don't believe it.
No, I'm serious. I'm serious. You look it up. So yeah, you could do something like that. And then the goth part is obviously because you're all dark and like upset because you're staying in home or whatever. So you become more emo as the game goes along or whatever. Oh, but let me tell you my other game.
You wear black
first.
lipstick.
Yeah. You want to go or let me tell you my other because I'm on a roll.
Go
Okay.
for it.
Now, I've got to talk about Butt Buddy. You know Butt Buddy's tagline?
Huh.
The perfect solution who poops number 2 but wants to be number 1 in your bathroom experience.
See, you guys thought I was nuts, but I'm serious. I pay attention to geeky tech stuff, even though I'm not a tech person. Like sometimes it floors me, and I'm.
That's not tech. That's something that wipes your butt.
Well, yeah, but it's not wipe your butt for you. It just brings you toilet paper.
It's just wrong.
So the other game I would love to get, you would have to get licensing for this, but I would love to get licensing to do a Tiger King role-playing game. So you could play as Joe Exotic. You could play as that poor little boy with no teeth that never wears his shirt that was his husband. You could be that guy. You could obviously be Carol Baskins, right?
Or you could be a tiger that
You could be a tiger.
eats her ex-husband. Or eats her husband.
You could be her current husband. You could be the poor little man that has like no legs. He's got metal legs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was crazy.
And they've got such personalities. Like, talk about role playing. You could definitely role play those personalities. Oh yeah, and the guy that did all the shooting to make the reality TV show that has like the weird sounding voice. And, yeah. You could be all of those things. That would be.
David says, "Yeah, 1K. Let's go." So excited for y'all. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Yay, we're excited too.
We are happy.
We have worked really hard to get here.
Really hard to get here.
Really hard. We've been advertising. We've been on TikTok advertising. We've been on Twitter advertising. We're on Instagram advertising. We're on Facebook advertising.
So close, so
not like advertising, but I mean like we're putting content out there, I guess is what I mean by advertising, is we're putting content out. And so really.
Oh, you know what? Well, somebody was saying that Viva Fiesta 210 represent. Now, what if you mix like a side thing with Fiesta within all of this?
Like a Fiesta game or a Fiesta element to the
A
game?
Fiesta
Like a San
element to the
Antonio
game.
edition,
Yeah.
like a, what do you call it, that expansion? San Antonio expansion. So let me tell you, we could do, so you could do virtual river parade where it's just a card of like a bathtub and a floating shoebox or something. So it's like virtual river parade and you're like all sat at home
And then
sitting
you
by
have,
your
like,
tub.
Like a rubber duck behind it,
Yeah.
traveling behind it.
You're
Yeah.
sitting by your tub with your beer and your Fiesta hat.
And then you have chicken on stick.
You have to have chicken on the stick in there, right? You have to have a big Fiesta hat in there, right?
Uh-huh.
I mean, let's have a Fiesta mask where it's got medals all on the mask and it's all like hanging down and it's all like heavy. You'd have to really strap that on.
You're like, it's under your nose.
It's like pulled all the way down so it's not even effective anymore. But you're like, but I'm wearing a mask. Oh, we need a but I'm wearing a mask card. That's what it needs to be. Like you get something bad happens to you and you have, it's like a wild card or something, right? And it's like, but I'm wearing a mask, but it's like down here.
Like somebody coughs on you, but I'm wearing a mask.
But I'm wearing a mask. Or what about the president tells you to inject Lysol? What does that card do?
Inject disinfectant.
That card should do something fun too, right?
Presidential decree.
Presidential decree. Everybody injects Lysol. Go back 5 spaces. Quarantine for 5 more months. Boom.
Did you realize that Lysol had to go and say, don't
You know what?
inject or ingest?
You know why Lysol said that though? To get their
Well, they only get
to get their
sued.
brand out.
brand name out because they didn't he didn't mention brand name.
No,
He just said disinfectant. Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, nobody said to eat Tide Pods, and people are eating Tide Pods, so what do we know?
Yeah. You know, eat a Tide Pod. It'll do you good.
That's right. And you'll be squeaky clean.
Little do you know, the ones that survive that Tide Pod are immune to the coronavirus.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Just kidding.
Don't do that.
Don't
Please
do
don't
that.
do that. But aside from just like the coronavirus, I want to see, like, I think maybe nowadays that we've been inside for so long, maybe we take not more pleasure, but we're more aware of just like very simple, everyday, basic stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So I was just amusing myself, like imagining what a web developer, because Vince is a web developer for his day job, like what a web developer game would be like. And now that we've been talking about 1,000 subscribers and all we had to do to get to 1,000 subscribers, what about a YouTube creator video game? Like you're in that whole San Antonio YouTube Create group. Mm-hmm. That would be kind of fun to see you guys do a game. Mm-hmm. Could be a tabletop game, whatever, because I don't know if any of y'all know how to code enough to do like an app game or a video game, but you know, it could be things like, you know, get your brand out on TikTok.
I'm doing TikTok.
I'm gonna do TikTok. Because I know Jaybird Videos, he's been doing that a lot and getting more subscribers. Or collaborate with somebody on Facebook. Like I know a lot of the guys have been collaborating with that guy Nene on Facebook and getting some more subscribers that way. Start an Instagram page, you know, post to Instagram. And then it could be things like, oh, forgot to post to Instagram for 2 days, you know.
So it's like the game of life, but...
Yeah, but like the game of life, but like for YouTube
YouTubers.
creators, yeah. So it would be different things that you could do.
Cool.
That could be cool too, right? And might speak to a lot of kids nowadays.
Who does like Milton Bradley?
I think so, yeah.
Don't take that. That's our intellectual property. Don't take that.
Well, that may be something that speaks to kids nowadays because being a YouTube creator has become like being a sports star, like being an actor. It's become, I think maybe people thought with that whole ruling about the kids stuff that it was going to become less and less, and maybe being a TikTok creator is now going to be the big job of the future. I don't know.
But do you even can you even make money off of TikTok? I don't think so.
I have no idea.
I don't
I'm just
think
on there
there's,
because
like-
I think it's
I
funny.
don't think it's monetized
Yes,
in
it
any
all
way.
goes to the Chinese government because it's a Chinese app.
Oh, well, I don't know. I don't know anything about monetizing or making money. I mean, I don't even know anything about monetizing on YouTube because we don't make any money. We just do this for the funsies, so you're
It's called
distracted.
YouTuber Life on Switch. I guess. I don't know.
Is there an actual game? Like, is that what they're telling
I
you?
guess
There's an
that's what he's
actual
saying.
game called YouTuber Life?
Hmm.
Boy, that's the thing, though. When you go out to make a game and you think you have all these great ideas, that's one of your very first things you need to do is research.
Like PewDiePie has an app out already.
But what does his app do?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to PewDiePie.
Obviously, he's had more time on his hands than usual
Yeah.
because he's not been doing anything, so he made an app.
Yeah,
Good for him.
I never liked that guy, so that's just me personally.
Yeah.
But that's one thing you have to do is you have to research, right? Because
Yeah.
you think that you've got a
Yeah.
great game idea, and it's okay to have a game that's thematically like something else, because zombies are zombies are zombies are zombies, right? And there's
Yeah.
like tons of zombie games out there, some really good, some not so good. So it's okay to have the same theme as somebody else. Don't
Or even like public domain is like Cthulhu.
Cthulhu. Lots of people hit up Cthulhu.
And, how do you do a mixture of Cthulhu and a toilet paper game?
I have no idea.
Let's make that happen.
You make
It'd
it
be
happen.
awfully
You
weird.
make it happen.
That would be awfully weird.
So yeah, it's not necessarily that you have to reinvent the wheel. Although this, thinking about it from the perspective of what's going on in life right now, I don't know that there's a lot of games. The Game of Life was a game about life, right? Some of there are some themed games that are about certain historical points in life, actual historical points, but I don't know that there's too many games about just like everyday life. Usually when people play a game, it's kind of an escapism, right? To escape that type of thing. So it's not, you don't want to play the come home and pay your bills and be a grown-up game. That's no fun.
Recycle your recyclables.
Right? Put out your trash on Tuesdays and you're rolling the trash out and you get coins. Cha-ching, cha-ching.
The Sims, but that was The Sims on like video games.
Well, yeah, The
you
Sims.
can do stuff like that.
Animal Crossing, I hear, is kind of like that. I've never played Animal Crossing, but it's similar. Like you have this little character and they're just doing everyday things, and it's
Is that
blown
the
up.
turnip thing that I'm hearing all?
Yeah, it's super blown up right now. Like people are crazy for it.
Yeah, it's gone insane, and
Yeah.
you
And it's
can't-
just doing everyday stuff, right?
you can't find a Switch anywhere for under $400 or $500 now.
Oh wow, crazy. I almost asked for one for Christmas. I guess I wish I would have, because then I
Right
could,
now.
then I could have been on the Switch bandwagon and played some Animal Crossing. But yeah, just maybe we've taken for granted just doing everyday things can be fun because you're doing everyday things, but you're in the games, so you're getting to do them in a bigger way you would get to do them in real life, or in a more colorful way. Especially young people, they're not at a place yet where they own their own home, or they can really decorate. They're just stuck in an apartment or at their parents' house, and so you're in this limbo of being an adult, running your life but not running your life. So I think you could definitely make something like this really fun, really interesting. So as a web developer, I know you do stuff with like coding and everything. So what, as a web developer, if you were to make a web developer game, what are some like hidden gems or funny things that other web developers would get that you would put in a web developer game?
Probably like funny jokes with like HTML tags or something like that. I'm going to explain it, but you're not going to understand it.
Okay, well, explain it. Maybe there's some web developers that are watching. I'm not the only person watching the show. Am I? It was a joke, honey.
It's like a little hard to explain it without like showing the coding.
Oh, so you would have a lot of coding in the game.
Yeah.
It would be like apt, kind of.
He says he codes. He doesn't. He just copies and pastes.
Oh.
That's all coders do. You write 10 lines of code in your lifetime, and everything else is copied and pasted.
No.
Yes, it is.
not the stuff that I do.
So your cards would be Control C and Control V.
Yeah.
Find something
Copy
that
paste. Copy paste.
does something similar.
So I think as a teacher, having a teacher game would be an awful lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, people have no idea what it's like to be an educator.
We do now.
Well, yeah, you do now that you've had to do it at home. But imagine with like 30 little kids and somebody asks an inappropriate question. Somebody raises their hand to ask you, what are you talking about?
I could see that game like Red Dragon Inn, to where you have your frustration meter and your
frustration meter for
and your
sure.
exhaustion meter. So you have to like keep those
You have to like
in the
keep
right
them balanced
place when you're playing. I could see something like that.
Like
for a teacher game.
The fourth kid in a row walks up and asks what you're supposed to be doing today. That's a card. Boom. Somebody is spitting stuff up into the ceiling. Boom. But then, a kid brings you an apple or some cookies or something, because they do nice things. It's not like being a teacher is terrible all the time. They do something nice, and then that would bring you back down or whatever.
You actually get to take a lunch break.
That would be like, that would be
that,
nice.
That would help your exhaustion.
But then you would get this staff meeting could have been an email. I think everybody in the grown-up world can relate to that. Especially now that we're all having to do all these Zoom meetings, you're like, really? This could have been an email.
Yeah.
This phone call meeting could have been an email.
Mm-hmm.
This could have been sent to me on a chat, because this didn't even need to be a lengthy email. We did not need to meet for this.
This could have been a 5-minute meeting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would love to see that in and of itself could be its own self-contained game. Like Office Meetings from Hades or something. Just be like... And then you have the different characters where it's the person that asks questions that only pertain to them every time and draw the meeting out. That person.
And they keep going on and on and on. But just because they don't want to go back to work.
Mm-hmm.
I have better things to do than sit here. I actually have work to do.
Have you ever been I'm trying to look like I'm writing notes and I'm kind of almost falling asleep in this meeting person? That's usually me.
The game about being a caterpillar.
The game about being a caterpillar. Well, there's not much to it. You just eat some leaves and hope a bird doesn't eat you. Try to blend into your surroundings. Hope some kid doesn't find you. Some mom doesn't squash you. It could basically be like my roaches game. I love my roaches game. I really wish I would have done better with that. That was such a good concept.
It was a good concept.
Such a good concept. I love the thought of being these roaches in the house. So.
And a lot of people like that concept. I don't know why I
didn't take off.
I should have.
I thought for sure it was going to. It was a great game. So maybe I just need to rework the game mechanics. Maybe the game mechanics would help.
Tweak it.
We almost had a meeting with like a big.
Yeah.
A big gaming company, a huge gaming company, and
I'm telling you, we just need to revisit it and rework the game mechanics. Yeah. I have some really good Vince and I have some really good game ideas about everyday stuff now that I think about it. I think that's our niche, right? That's what we like. We're not so much into fantasy. Not that we don't like it. But it's just not really our jam. As far as thinking of ideas. Because even our role-playing game is real world, current day, you're a spy, you're trying to use, everyday things around you, you've got syringes in a taco. What are you gonna do? You know, that kind of stuff. So I think we like that. We have several games in the works, like the Roaches one, which we need to work. The Apt one that we actually sold a lot of. We have Apt 2.0 that really Vincent needs to rework because he lost all the files. So that's a thing. Not that I'll never forgive him for it, but yeah.
I think I can still
we were
recover it.
so close to being done with that game. Yeah. We were so close. We had done so much as far as taking advice from people, like not even realizing about people that are colorblind and all the things that you have to think about when you're making a game. So I would love to do that. We used to have a board. I threw it away.
I'm surprised we haven't worked. Well, Rumble and Sananto.
Really love that game too.
We haven't finished, but we're reworking that because
the game mechanics don't work.
Yeah.
I'm good at story. I'm not great at game mechanics. Like I kind of think of what type of game it should be, but then I'm not good at all the little detailed.
Like you have the story and the background down on everything. You can tell a story and have ideas for stuff. But you usually hand over the mechanics to me, and then sometimes you don't like the mechanics that I come up with, and then we're like, well, what are you gonna do?
I know, and then it's like this, and I need to learn to let go of that because in my head, like just now when we were bouncing ideas off of each other for this game, you know, in my head the game goes a certain way. I'm building the world right, and I'm building the story, and I'm building the way the game goes, and then you're like, oh, like earlier when you were like, oh, well, the toilet paper should be, you know, little squares or whatever. I'm like, nope. Like as soon as you say it, I'm like, nope. That's not in my world. That didn't happen. So it's definitely an experience to work with somebody else to try to build a game, to try to make something of it.
Yeah, it's a real give and take thing, and it's a little bit harder to do it with a spouse.
I think so. I know we know some spouses that are successful at it.
Yeah, just because you get kind of at odds at some things. But I think the spouses that do it work on two different games. Is why they're successful.
Well, and you and I tend to both be a little stubborn, especially when it comes to creative things. Where it's like, really? Tell us something we didn't know. Especially when it comes to something that's creative. So neither one of us are good at backing up a little bit sometimes and saying, yeah, we could do it that way. Because we both definitely have a creative idea of where we want these games to go. So, but I would like to see us do some more of that, especially now that we've been home for so long. We've got all this time.
We would have come up with a game.
You would have thought.
We've been talking about it. We just haven't like put anything
to paper and put anything down. I think because I think it's hard, right? I think everybody out there gets that it's hard, right? You're here. It would be different if we were here because we wanted to, and I know that seems really stupid, but being here because you have to and having things like shut down so quickly and end things. Like I was on this committee all year to make this big event for the gifted students in my district, and we worked really hard and we worked over our summer and put in all this effort, and then just like that, it was gone. Yeah. We were supposed to be going after spring break right into that event, and it takes you back, right? And and you miss your peers, and for me, I miss the kids and everything. So I think I sit here and I enjoy being home to an extent, but to an extent, I think I've been like kind of digging my heels in and maybe kind of wallowing a little bit. So.
I mean, couldn't you come out with this is what I surmise, since we're thinking about doing more educational games. What if we created a game up for teachers about distance learning that actually shows them kind of how they can structure their things through that game. And it's a video game that you can play online with other teachers.
Since when do you know how to code a video game? You're going to outsource that?
I'm just talking about I could.
I don't want to play that game. No. I don't want to play the distance learning game. I don't like it.
Would you rather be sitting in... I mean, you can make it fun, though.
Can you? How is it fun?
You have a
Well, we haven't done it
slapping
yet.
element where you get to slap each other.
Yeah.
Waiting in your Zoom meeting for students show up all alone for 1 hour. No one shows up.
Or half the world shows up. Zoom meeting linked online.
Zoom meeting linked online. Try to use Google Classroom. Denied.
Put everything in Google Classroom, didn't show on the first page.
Yeah. Accidentally scheduled it for 2021.
Didn't schedule it at all.
Didn't schedule it at all.
So students didn't do it because no schedule.
Well, talk to Google and make that game. So teachers can learn how to use Google Classroom.
How do you learn? Yeah. It would be fun.
Better than, like, sitting on a conference call and not really getting what you're looking at.
Yeah. Well, it'd be fun, like, if you could earn, like, badges or something. So it's like, oh, I set up my first classroom, I get a badge. I made a quiz in Google Classroom, I get a badge. I added material. I added an assignment.
Yeah, that would be... That's where I was going with that.
Like that kind of thing.
Yeah,
I
like
gotcha.
an achievement-based.
Like an
type of game.
achievement-based type thing. I got you. Now I'm
Now you
getting
get it.
Now
Cool.
I'm getting it. And then maybe if they earned enough like badges or whatever, they could get some kind of Google product or some of the other products like extend your trial for 60 days or something.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing is all of these things, which I get it because these companies have spent a lot of time and effort, but that all of us have to pay. It's been really nice of Zoom because usually they only let you do like they used to let you do 40 minutes free like once a week or something like that. And they've opened it up for everybody. So you've been doing the San Antonio YouTube Create meetings on Zoom.
But I only get like one meeting that I can do as long as I want. And another one I can do, it's only 40 minutes.
Because you're not a teacher.
Okay.
Right, because I'm a teacher, and so I sign in. I have to sign in with my Google account that's linked to my teaching. I can do. So we do sessions all the time because that way we could do separate classes and stuff like that. So yeah. So it's definitely be interesting. But yeah, I could see that. Like if some of these places let you get achievements or whatever and turn it into like a game type of thing, and then you could be on the leaderboard or whatever, and you could be like, "Ha, I'm better than those teachers." No, because that's what we all want in games. We just want to be winners and to be better than everybody.
Cool. So we are going to, I think after this, we're going to shoot another video since we hit 1,000 that'll tell you what to do to get that lightsaber.
This one?
Right there.
Oh, it's cutting my hand off.
Well, you didn't turn it on yet. So we'll be letting you know in this next video that you watch what you need to do since we're at 1,000. So thanks for checking us out. If you haven't subscribed to us, please click on that subscribe button and click on that notification icon. And
because we're doing stuff. We're doing all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
We're doing little shorts too. But we're doing this whole talkie thing every Friday.
but thanks for checking us out. I'm Vince.
I'm Colleen, and that's Stuart over there.
Geek out, I say.
Geek.